So this proves I'm a good driver. I care about the animals. I'm laying them across the road.
What is up, you guys? It is Brad here, and welcome to the very first day of Brickworld Chicago 2025. I've just arrived here to the Renaissance Convention Center, which I'm really excited about, and it is time to go pick up my badge. I'm getting a little bit of a late start to the day, but that's okay because I'm really excited to be here. All right, here is the login desk. Let's go. All right, so I just finished checking in. I got the Brickworld, the program right here, which I'll have to take a look at a little bit later. Of course, I did also get my Brickworld Chicago brick right here toward 2025, as well as my name badge. I got this little set here for registering, which is funny. I think I actually got this set last year. It had the fold sign it, which is crazy. And then in here we have the actual goodie bag as well. It says Brickworld on the front. We've got the lanyard right here, and it looks like these are all the goodies inside. So we've got this Bricker Builds pamphlet right here with a couple different parts on it. Looks like we got a bag of like seed parts or something like that, which is pretty cool, and some transparent bricks. Ooh, these are pretty cool right here. These are zinc brick sets. I've actually got a couple other zinc bricks as well, which is pretty neat. So you can see these are two 2x2s. Also got this free minifigure right here, as well as a registered and AFOL networking event brick. These Brick Derby stickers, including this Bricklink 2025 sticker, and this Brickworld pin, which is really awesome. So just a quick overview again of everything that you got in the goodie bag, and let's go inside to the convention hall now. And all right, sweet. Looks like my garage sale entry time is 8:20, which is not too bad. All right, just got into the convention hall here, and you guys can see it is already shaped up a lot more than it was yesterday. A lot of Lego is already on all of these tables, which is awesome. I'm gonna go to the far back corner now where the streaming setup is to see what all my friends are up to. All right, Coop, what are we doing?
We're building the new August wave.
The Destiny's Bounty. I said we as if I'm not helping. But
It's for the Ninjago theme for they're premiering the monstrosity show tomorrow.
Yo, I have a crazy. Can you flip the front of the instructions over?
You're gonna like my pants?
No, I thought about it. Brent, how's your building going?
I'm almost done with bag 2.
Nice.
Got the base going on here. Just adding in some water deets, but yeah.
It looks sick.
It's my first time building with paper bags. Really?
Aren't they great?
Yeah.
I like them.
And poster.
Whoa.
Can we get this in like more sets?
Yeah.
I would love to get this in.
That's sick.
Harry Potter.
Look at these boxes too.
All new setup for Brickworld this year. Let's go. We haven't got the Green Boy. What? Say something.
Whoa. Is that another Brad I see? How's it going?
I printed little tags, so at the start of the yard sale, I'm gonna walk down the line and say, hey, if you see this for sale, scan this code, it takes you to a website, and it has my Google Voice number on it. Call or text me, and put me in touch with the person who owns this book.
I like that it has a little
That's so funny. So it's really cool. Later this weekend, I think tomorrow actually, they're having a Ninjago Lego monstrosity presentation, or exclusive world premiere actually, not a presentation. It's happening on, as I said, June 12th at 5 p.m., which is really cool. You guys can see they've got a couple of the brand new Ninjago sets right here, as well as a make and take build for these much smaller models, and they've even got some postcards here as well. These are exclusives from the Lego house in Dillon, and more sets back here as well. All right, setup is going really well over here at the convention hall. You guys can see everybody has been beginning to put their mocks up and stuff like that. So far, I've really just been going around and catching up with people. I haven't seen them in a year, so it's been a lot of fun just to say hi and catch up, and that's mostly what the day has been so far, and I have no idea what was planned for the rest of the day. So it's only the first of 5 days, so it's already off to a really good start. I also like they've kind of redone the layout this year, so it looks like a lot of the vendors are over here at the front instead of over here at the back like they normally are, and then all the mocks seem to be here in this section. I guess it looks like probably a lot of vendors are going to be in the center right here, because a lot of people haven't actually set up mocks yet and there's no tablecloth, so I would say all of these are probably going to be vendors and then mocks kind of on all sides. But I just like Citizen Brick, for example, I don't remember ever being up here so close to the front. All right, I just left the convention center real quick, and I have arrived here at Walmart because I need to get a few convention supplies. I know I was just here yesterday, but I forgot to bring my physical credit card into the store, so the supplies I was gonna buy, I didn't end up buying, and I figured I would just come back today instead. And now that I'm here, I got my credit card, I'm gonna pick everything up. Honestly, that was kind of jokes. I was just in Walmart. I was trying to buy a couple drinks, like I mentioned, and they wouldn't serve me because they didn't believe my Canadian ID was real. But I'll go to one more spot, and then I'm actually going to, before dinner with some friends, I'm gonna go check out the LEGOLAND Discovery Centre, because that is somewhere I've never been in all my years coming to Chicago. I don't know what they'll have. I don't know if it'll be worth going, but I have about half an hour to kill, so I figured might as well go check it out. All right, you guys. So I've just arrived at LEGOLAND here. As I said, this is my first time ever at this LEGOLAND Discovery Centre, so I'm super excited excited to go inside and check it out. I've wanted to go for a few years now, but I've just never gotten around to it. I don't think there's anything I'm gonna buy in particular, but it'll just be cool to check it out. Right here on the front, you guys can see they've got this massive Lila giraffe, which is kind of cool, and they've got all these wrapping in the windows for the LEGOLAND Discovery Centre, so this is pretty neat, and I guess I'll just go in here. I'm obviously not gonna do the actual Discovery Centre. I'm just here to check out the store and see if they have anything cool here. I lied. I'm not going to the LEGOLAND Discovery Centre. They closed 2 hours ago. I read the date wrong. I thought it was Friday. It is only Wednesday. So I will have to try and go again another day. That's so funny. I don't know what I was thinking there, but they closed at 4 and it's 6 o'clock. So, all right, back to the convention center we go, I guess. So actually, even though the LEGOLAND Discovery Centre might be closed, BrickMania here is not, so let's go and check it out instead. Alright, so just coming into BrickMania here, I have not been here since last year, so I'm super excited to see what is new. So of course, the first thing I noticed personally is their huge ship they have right here, all built out of Lego bricks. I've seen this in previous years, it's amazing. I'd love to, of course, see if it would float or not, but every time I look at it, I'm just truly impressed. Of course, over here, however, this is where the wall of the BrickMania goodness really starts. So most of you guys would know by now, BrickMania does specialize in custom sets, of course, Lego minifigures. Right here, they have a bunch of really cool sets, especially because a lot of these are from the California wildfires. So earlier this year, I think they started selling these sets to raise some money for the California wildfire victims, as well as the first responders. So these are all really cool. So you guys can see they do have a helicopter right here. They also have an ambulance and a plane, as well as this bulldozer right here and another helicopter. So all of these sets are really cool. They also do have the sticker packs where you can create your own firefighter minifigures, as well as they have these two custom figures right here, including the modern LAFD firefighter minifigure, which actually I might pick up because I wanted to buy this a little while ago. Of course, beside that, they do actually have all of their other custom minifigures here as well. So they've got like hundreds of minifigures to choose from in so many different military forms. You can see huge selection there. Beside that, they do have a bunch of Brick Arms custom molded accessories, and then even beside that, there are more Lego minifigures. These ones here are all custom pad printed. They're like the value pack, so they have a couple different figures in them, and then beside that, some more figures there and some books. Of course, beside that, this is where we really start getting into all of the custom BrickMania kits. So as I mentioned, they do specialize in these custom Lego kits. So you can see these are all military themed. They have a bunch of tanks over here and a bunch of other different military vehicles. Up at the top here, they have some of the larger sets, which are some larger planes, and all of these builds are really, really cool. And beside that, they do have a bunch of BrickMania books, and then they also have a bunch more sticker packs. These are various stickers that you can add to either sets or, of course, to your minifigures. They also have a bunch of brick stuff, which is Lego lighting accessories, and then they have a bunch of other smaller products, as well as a bunch of BrickMania merch right here, and a collection of books. Back here, they actually have more sticker packs, and they have a huge variety of them. One of these days, I'd probably like to give these a try just to see how they actually are. They also have these little metal sets right here, and then they have a whole bag of poly bags that are only $4.99 a bag, which is pretty cool. Along this back wall right here, they do have a couple different mosaics of some prominent figures in the military, which is really cool. And then they have these glass display cases full of their BrickMania kits. These are ones that are already built, and you can see they have the price next to it. These are ones I'm assuming you'll be able to find on the wall, but it's actually nice to see these built so you can just get a little bit of an idea of what size they are. Again, I do think all of them are really cool, but some of my favorites are definitely these helicopters up here, especially this Black Hawk. This would be what I'd love to add to my Lego collection. But as I said, all of them are pretty cool right here, and I like that they do have them here on display. On the other side here, you can see there is another glass display case. This one has a bunch of different tanks in it, all different styles, all different sizes and colors, which are really awesome, and a couple shelves worth of them right here. In this glass display case right here, these aren't official sets. These are actually a couple different mocks and things like that. So they have a BrickMania mock from an employee. They have these other micro builds right here, as well as a copy of the Blacksmith Shop, which is actually one of the first ever, or if not the first ever, fan designed Lego set from Dan. And then below that, they have a bunch of other BrickMania kits. Along this wall right here, they do have a bunch of alternate Brick branded sets. So they do have a huge table of bulk Lego that you can choose from, as well as a build a minifigure section and a table full of some Lego sets currently for sale, including this really cool container ship right here. In the center of the store here, they do have a variety of other products. So for example, they have a bunch of official Lego sets that are currently for sale. They also have all of these Lego stuffed animals. They have this really cool thing right here, which is a alternate Brick brand roller coaster, which works really well. You can see they've got it hooked up with a button there, and I had lots of fun checking that out, but that does look like a pretty cool product. And then of course, over here in the center of the store, they do have a full wraparound cache full of Lego things. So they have everything from custom minifigures, including this really cool Arbor Knight right here, which is pretty amazing, the detail that went into it. But they also have all these custom minifigure accessories as well, like brick arms. They have everything from like custom printed ones to just the custom injection molded ones. Huge variety here. I often buy some brick arms when I come to BrickMania. I just don't really know which ones I need right now, so I'm gonna hold off. But this is one of the only places you can actually buy brick arms in person, so that is really cool to see. You guys can see they have a big variety here. They also do have a bunch of crazy brick products here as well as a few citizen brick ones. And of course, last but not least, they do have some official Lego sets for sale in the display right here. These are all used and previously built ones. So in addition to all the custom figures that you would have seen on the wall, they do have a couple other custom figs right here. These ones are a little bit different, but then below that you can see they have a bunch more BrickMania books. They also have this display case full of real Lego minifigures. They've got everything from figures from sets to figures from the collectible minifigure series. They have a bunch of random things on the counter here, and then of course they do have some more citizen brick products over here, including a bunch of custom printed citizen brick minifigures and a bunch of custom injected, molded, or custom printed citizen brick parts. Alright, one of my first purchases of the convention, I did pick up the BrickMania custom modern day firefighter of the Los Angeles Fire Department minifigure. I'm really excited about this one. I wanted to get this a few months ago when BrickMania first released these, but shipping was just so expensive to Canada, so I'm really glad that I was able to pick this up now, because sales from these figures, I believe, help support the LA wildfires. Alright, I am back in the convention center now before I go for dinner with some friends, and I have my bag of all the brick badges that I got over the last year or so, because I'm going to put together a brick badge to wear this weekend. Because apparently I forgot to order a Brickworld brick badge this year, which is unlike me. I always order one in the past because it's extra, and I always want one, but this year I didn't order it, so I've got to piece together. I'm glad I brought them all though, so I have something to work with. Did I just hear a Star Wars popsicle?
I confused my genres.
Look at that guy. We lost a friend. Ben, I realized I forgot to vlog dinner, but how was dinner?
Dinner was fantastic.
Really good Korean
Korean
food.
fried chicken.
I'll put a picture here.
You didn't get fried chicken.
I got tteokbokki. I already said it.
It was really good.
Really good.
Put that shit down, Brad. You don't even know how to make content.
Hey, whoa. Who are you again? Kevin, is that you? We just got these free bags for some free BAM. All right, what do you think of the free bags we're getting?
Dude, I love BAM. I love free balls, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you do like Star Wars action?
Yeah, so I've got like 190 different vintage collections.
All right, so I just finished filling up my bag of free bulk Lego from Bricks Minifigs. So huge shout out to Bricks Minifigs for this. I got some pretty cool parts in there, and then eventually just started filling the bag because I was sick of filling the bag. But I'm very excited about it. All right, I am running over to the ACOB booth right now because I've just been asked to quickly pop into their live stream. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll probably insert a little bit of the clip from that interview. That is a rig. I love it. Happy birthday, dear Austin. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Alright, you guys, so that is officially the end of Brickworld Chicago day number 1 for 2025. You guys can see today was an amazing day. Lots of fun reconnecting with old friends and making new ones. And of course, you guys can see behind me the hall setup is going along really nicely. So I can't wait to show you guys throughout the rest of the weekend all the amazing mocks, the vendors, and all the other fun stuff that comes along with being here at Brickworld. So stay tuned, everyone, because it will be a super good weekend, and I can't wait to share with you all. See you guys in the next one.